What makes a mom an epic mom? Is it giving C-section births to 4 boys and then having to raise 4 boys? Is it having had all boys, so you adopt every girl from church that you ever meet, and then all of your daughter-in-laws? Is it being a bad egg? Is it finally overcoming her fear of heights and going to the top of the Eiffel Tower? Or doing handstands in every place she's ever visited? Wearing the same dress and looking as good in it, if not better, than she did 20 years prior? Is it being there for every lacrosse game, from the first to the very last, to then her grandson's first? I think being an epic mom means a mother of many.
Well, Mom, with how much I hate pictures, there was no way I was making a selfie video of myself. But I'm gonna throw out some memorable moments. You letting me skip school to see Star Wars episodes 1 through 3. Pretty awesome. Or pretty much all the times you let me skip school, as long as my grades never went down. And there was a lot of times. Anyways, love you, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day, Mother. I love you. Apparently Bob loves you. Memory of you. Tyler reminded me of this. He had it wrong, though. He said I broke my foot. I was skateboarding at ramp 48, and I fell on my hand against my chest. Anyways, really hurt my hand. And, I had you pick me up later, and I kept complaining about it, and being the tough mother that you were, you kept telling me that it was fine. And then after about a month, you said, okay, I'll take you to the doctor. And you were only taking me to the doctor because you wanted to prove to me that it wasn't broken. And then sure enough, the doctor said it was broken, and then you felt really bad. But I survived. So anyways, I survived, and I guess I'm tougher for it. So thanks for being a loving but tough mother. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and happy Mother's Day from me and Bree. Love you. Bye.
Growing up, Mom was a good cook, but she always stuck to a pretty standard repertoire of recipes. 12 years old, one time she decided to make stuffed shells with ricotta cheese. Serve them, I decided I wasn't going to eat it. Despite all of her begging, convincing, I just wasn't going to eat it. And she finally said, Robbie, if you don't eat the stuffed shells, I'm going to put them on your head. I said, well, I'm not eating them. So, what did she do? She grabbed the plate, she picked it up, she turned it over, and put it smack up on my head. And the best part of the story is, as the stuffed shells ran down my chubby little face, I took a little lick. And I said, this isn't bad. I kind of like this. And I ended up eating the stuffed shells, obviously. But not until they were on my head. So, thanks for the memories, Mom. That was an epic mom moment for me. And of course, happy Mother's Day. Love you.
Hey June, happy Mother's Day. So I was asked to share a Mama June experience that sticks out in my brain. And to be honest with you, I don't have one specific one. More than anything, it was a bunch of experiences and a bunch of memories. And the way that you were able to just make people feel good about themselves. And the way you were able to deal with a bunch of boys around your house. I have 3 boys and I haven't been able to figure it out. Man, every time we were at your house, you let us have fun, you let us be wild, and we just had a great time, and you always made everybody feel welcome. And to this day, I still remember at my wedding, you being there with a bunch of family and friends, and I was able to hold it together until you came up and gave me a hug, because I just remember feeling so very loved, and it brought back all the memories and just all the experiences that we had in the storehouse, and I know that was because of you. So have a wonderful Mother's Day. I will always be grateful that I was able to have a Mama June in my life. Love ya. Take care.
I was asked for an epic Mama June moment, and I couldn't put my finger on one. I remember, I always think of her laughing. I remember it took me an extremely long time to realize that we were going to be having roast beef and mashed potatoes every Sunday after church. I remember her teaching me how to make key lime pie, and I never make key lime pie, but I use her trick for perfect chocolate chip cookies probably a couple times a week. Real Mama June magic is that she has always made space and time for me. I always love and appreciate you for that. I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, June. An epic Mama June moment was when Tyler was driving us to school from the house one morning. And as we came around the corner to get out of the main development, like the tires squealed really loud, and this like motorcycle cop, Tamagotchi, came out of nowhere. Pulled us over and he was giving us like a super hard time. And he had said something like, does your mother drive this way? No, you drive this way. And he's like, yeah, she's like right down the street. And he's like, we'll call her and get her over here. So we called her. June showed up like 2 seconds later. She comes over and she's talking to us, and she's like, I'm here, so you don't get a ticket. And so she was just chatting with us, and then she went back and spoke to the cop, and the cop let us go, and no one remembered getting a ticket, and it all worked out, and Mama June was there to save the day as normal. And that was one of the many epic Mama June moments, not to mention the fantastic chocolate chip cookies. Happy Mother's Day.
This video is plenty long, and so I'll make it brief. But what makes my mother epic to me is that through all of this, and this, and this, and this, she loved me unconditionally until I was again this. And although I like to think I'm her favorite, I know that we all are. Blood makes you related, but love makes you family. And my mother has left behind a legacy of a family to many, many others.